Author Sandri, when will you read 10? No idea. Link Joker, favorite match in Kinnikuman. This one got me thinking as I was looking back at some matches such as Terry Man vs King Tun, Robin Man vs Motor Man and Bike Man, Robin Mask vs Junk Man, Terry Man vs Ashura Man, Broken Jr. vs the Ninja, just so many. Even more with Kinnikuman Nisei. But I guess I'll stick with the most recent fight I found being Kinnikuman vs Terry Man. It's a fight that displays manly friendship! And thankfully, manga here has some of the chapters from Kinnikuman 2011. So as I read these chapters, it just felt a nice way to bookend the original Kinnikuman series. Favorite anime decade? 1980s. Living in the 80s. Do you ever plan to get into the works of the pillars of Shonen Sunday, Mitsuru Adachi and Rumiko Takahashi? Well, I only got into a few Sunday series being Detective Conan, Gonjiki no Gashbel, Kongo Bansho, and my favorite thus far is Ghost River Mikami. But with Rumiko, I'm interested in Urusei Yatsura, and I've heard of Mitsuru Adachi's numerous baseball romance series, so I'm not sure when I'll view them. And speaking of watching things, Raihan Hakim, have you watched Attack on Titan? Not yet. Why do you hate the Devilman live-action movie? I understand taking liberties with adaptations, but even as a standalone, the film has bad pacing and doesn't establish characters well. It just seemed like a mess to me. Are you planning to do video game reviews based on anime or manga? That's something I put some thought into. The closest thing I was going to do was review the story mode of Sword of the Berserk Guts Rage, as the tale is surprisingly good and really captures the dark ugly world of Berserk, and again maintaining a struggle between good and evil. So, will I do anime game reviews? I'm sorry to say that I'm very uncertain since there's many series that I really want to talk about and the list just keeps growing. Forgotten Warrior 3-9, how do you feel about the ending of Ashita no Joe? Well, to be spoiler free, I'll say that I thought the ending was fitting as Joe's goal was not to be victorious but to achieve bliss and having a great match. The tragic elements in the ending is indeed sad, but that's what makes the story very memorable. Especially, not many series take a chance with a devastating ending. However, I like to think Joe made some sweet love to Yoko before his match began. Or at least, it should have happened. What is your least favorite anime character? Least favorite. It might be Senkichi from Medaka Box. In terms of favoritism, I like Kumagawa, Naze, and Medaka, but for some reason I found myself really liking Senkichi. It seems odd to me why there was a likable factor about him. Maybe it's because he was voiced by Andrew Love in the English dub, or maybe it's because he was a normal who wanted to protect his love interest. Not quite sure why I like him, but I just do. Although he definitely ranks very low in terms of other favorite characters. Have you ever watched Space Battleship Yamato? Nope, but I did hear much praise about the series. Top 10 favorite manly series. Don't quote me on this or the order as this may change later, but for now my answer is Fist of the North Star, Kinnikuman, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Sakigake Otokujuku, Kongo Bansho, Gogo 13, Space Adventure Cobra, Jungle King Tarchan, Toriko, and Ashita no Joe. What series do you think needs more attention? I'll reply with the exact same answer. It really deserved more attention among older series, such as Devilman, Ganbare Genki, and Astro Boy 2003. Okay, that one's not old, but you get the point. When will you review Ashita no Joe? I think I'm gonna read the manga and watch the anime again just to get a full experience, then make the review once I have time from other things, but I can't guarantee a specific date. Clonoa 7H, are there any series you would like to see licensed in English? There's a lot of series that I want licensed, but I'll mention these stories because I can't find them subtitled, being Ganbare Genki, Kinnikuman, Kinnikuman Nisei, Hoshi no Kyojin, Tiger Mask, and Jungle King Tarchan needs better subtitles. Are there any genres you would like to explore more? Science fiction, horror, sports, and maybe some girly stuff. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I'm running out of manly shows to watch. Who are your favorite anime directors? Well, hands down, Osamu Dezaki. This guy has talent for pacing, structure, visuals, characterization, and he's good at everything, but there's a simple way to describe his talent, and that is dramatic still shots. There's also Yusa Masaki, who I'm slowly getting into, as the Kaiba series was a good introduction for his directing style. Who would win in a fight, Joe or Ippo? I have nothing against Ippo, But I'm such a Wild Joe fanboy, I'm voting Joe. Are there any characters you'd be interested in cosplaying? The thing with cosplay is that there aren't many dark-skinned characters, and that always bothered me when it came to dressing up like a character, but ignoring skin color or racial ethnic, it'd be Jotaro, but I also like Ronald Don's outfit from Gunsword. As long as there's a hat involved, I think I'll be okay. One Piece QA, what animes are you watching this season? I'm watching Sailor Moon Crystal, Mushishi, Parasite, Terraformers, and I'm waiting for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure to come back. Quick anime/manga recommendations you have recently finished. I recently finished the Parasite manga, and it's a good read. It's similar to Devilman, but not as dark and has more hope in the series. The anime has also been good, and since it's supposedly going for 24 episodes, the quality should remain as good as the manga. I've also finished the manga for Cromartie High School, which is hilarious, but the series doesn't really end and makes more of a sudden stop. Lastly, there's Devilman Lady, which is really good, but very sexualized. Think Devilman Lady as a more explicit version of Berserk. However, it's required to finish Devilman and Mount Dante before starting the series. So, to add further details, go to my anime list page as I wrote a review for it, and everyone should watch Space Adventure Cobra and Cutie Honey. They're both episodic series, but they're tons of fun. King of Kilps, who has been your biggest speedwagon? Well, it's you, Kilps, as you've been very helpful with obtaining information, soundtracks, and video clips, and ask for nothing in return, and for that, I thank you, my friend. Manly friendship! Who has been your biggest Zeppeli? I can't answer that because that person might die. If you could become the real-life version of any character, who would it be and why? Why not just go for Kenshiro? Or then again, go with 13. Thus, I'll be manly and unstoppable. What is the best way to crush your enemy? See them driven mad before you, or to hear the lamentation of their manga? The best way to crush your enemy is by forcing them to make a pyramid. Holy Emperor Sauda! Science or Darude Sandstorm? How about German science? Have you read Oshio and Tora, Samurai Deeper Kyo, and Angel Densetsu? No, I haven't, but I am interested in Oshio and Tora and Angel Densetsu. Who is your favorite manly voice actor, both English and Japanese? Akira Kamiya and Jameson Price. Who is your favorite female voice actor, both English and Japanese? For Japanese, there's Eiko Matsuyama for voicing the original Cutie Honey, and for a long career as Fujiko Mine. Although, I'm surprised she didn't voice the original Fujiko. As for English, there's several actresses that I really like, but for now I guess I'll stick with Stephanie Young. Stephanie Young! God damn, her voice is so sexy! I wonder where it is. What is your favorite series by Osamu Tezuka? I haven't read too much from his work, but I gotta say for now, Blackjack. What is your favorite series by Go Nagai? Devilman! He's devil manly! What is your favorite series by Naoki Urasawa? It's a tie between Monster and Pluto. Who do you think will win? Rikishi from Ashita no Joe or Takamura from Hajime no Ippo? I wish that fight would happen because I have no idea who will come out on top, and I really like both characters. Who do you think will win in a manly fight? Jotaro Kujo, Kenshiro, Guts, Momotaro, or Toriko? Kenshiro always wins! Have you read or plan to review Bastard? I've been slowly reading it, but I'm aware there's a shift in tone in the later half of the series, and there's been some hype about it. Who is your favorite villain and least favorite villain in Fist of the North Star? My favorite is Rao, hands down, and in terms of least favorite, it might be Amoeba, as I do like the idea of a mad doctor, but since he wasn't really Toki, that kind of drops him down a bit. Who is your favorite villain in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? Yoshikage Kira, but I also like Dio Brando in Cars. Who is your favorite villain in DBZ? Frieza. As a kid, I found him violently terrifying, and as an adult, I find him violently terrifying. That hasn't changed. Animation Nation. Who is your favorite character in Toriko? And do you think Toriko could hold his own against any other manime characters? My favorite character in Toriko is actually Toriko, and I'm pretty sure it could present a challenge against other manly men. Toriko has obliterated enemies recently and threw an attack into outer space, and he has yet to reach full power. Gold Saint. Favorite YouTuber? What YouTuber are you closest to? I don't really have a favorite, but the YouTubers I'm closest to are Mr. Falcon Punch, 996, King of Kilps, Random Anime Shit, and the rest of the fandom group including the old members. Autobot Fan 11. Should Devilman have a movie reboot similar to the Berserk Golden Age films? I think it'd be safer to just continue where the Demon Bird left off and move forward with the unadapted chapters. I feel it would be wasteful to reboot from the beginning since I really like the tone of the original OVA. Personally, it'd be interesting to see an OVA series which spanned from 1987 and moving into a more modern era of animation. This would also show that a good story is timeless regardless of changes in animation. The Dark Joker 99. My responses for my favorite things in Saint Seiya are all Shiryu related, including his fight against both Cancer Death Mask and Capricorn Shura. Who do you think is the most badass anime chick? Well, so far I can say in 13 episodes, Lady Oscar is... wow, what a woman. Favorite Gourmet Corps member? Currently I don't have a favorite, but I do appreciate that all the members are very monstrous and hardly seem human. On a scale of 1 to Kenshiro, how manly are the Toriko characters and the series? To be honest, I think both the characters in the series are like a 7. Reason 1, because they haven't really shed any manly tears, but the action, along with visual appeal, certainly is manly. But it still has yet to reach those tragic, manly feels of the original Vista North Star series. Favorite Kinnikuman character? This actually is a 4-way tie between Kinnikuman, Ramen Man, Terry Man, and Robin Mask. Favorite Kinnikuman villain? So far, I might have to say Ashura Man, because in Ultimate Muscle, he gets a lot of development, and he's also the highlight for the final villain of the arc. And trust me, he gets way more beastly at the end of the series. Favorite Kinnikuman character song? Robin Mask Nijiro no Kishi. If you were to design a Kinnikuman character, what would he be like? Appearance, powers, etc.? Oh man, one of the things I love about Kinnikuman is how outrageous some of these designs are. I mean, in Ultimate Muscle, there's a fucking banana. A fucking banana. Fucking banana. I feel like I need to do something incredibly ridiculous that it just won't be believable. Something like Bumper Car Man or Cotton Candy Man. Some bullshit like that. Oh no, I got it. Pool Table Man. There you go, Pool Table Man. He throws pillars. Fucking yeah. Favorite Baki character? Yujiro Hanma. Most beast Baki character minus Yujiro. Okay, that is a tie between Pickle and Jackhammer. And actually, the most greedy fight in the entire series is Pickle versus Jackhammer. It's... whoa. Violent. Most badass anime villain minus Rao and Dio. I think it's a tie between Yujiro Hanma and younger Toguro. Most underrated anime villain. I think Satan from Devilman is a really underrated villain, but that's just me. Since Griffith is based on Satan from Devilman, I just kind of feel that he deserves a little more recognition. Favorite non-mainstream anime villain? Akuma Shogun. In Ultimate Muscle, Akuma Shogun is retconned a bit to be a very satanic figure. Especially in the final chapters, the series got outrageously dark to the point where it felt very uncomfortable. In fact, there's even one panel that says, "Hail Lord Satan." It's like, oh wow. And lastly, the final question from Himokim. Congrats, Hero. My biggest question is, what manly series inspires you the most? Is that a trick question? It's Visit the North Star! King of